What's going on, guys? It's Brad Hannon.
And Sean Noonan, and welcome to the Insurance Sucks podcast.
Man, are we having some fun today? Aside from talking about some poop, we've got, just kidding, guys. We've got Sandra Gebhardt on here in a little bit. Always exciting to have fun with her. We're talking about all things mindset, becoming your authentic self, getting over self-doubt, all of those good things. We've got Super Bowl picks. We've got
Tom Brady
word
retiring.
on Tom Brady retiring. We're going to talk about what the heck this freaking thing is. So we've got a great episode for you. Stick around and check it out. First things first, Sean, we just got a shipment in. You know more. This is my shipment today, not your shipment.
It's the first time yours came in first.
Yours will be here Monday. Yeah. But why don't you describe what the flip these things are? Because we found out, and you'll find out later on the episode, that they're not cell phones.
They're not?
Okay? They're not.
Oh, oops. I thought this was the new innovative, because the 90s are back.
Yeah, it's the brick.
Yeah, so we brought the brick back. No, it's not a brick, contrary to popular belief. These are Awair, I think that's how you say it. Awair elements.
Awair,
Awair.
Because you're like aware of the air quality.
That could be it. Who knows?
Yeah. Plus, it's the way it's spelled.
Right. But what these are, they're air quality monitors, essentially. And as exciting as that is, they're actually a way to mine cryptocurrency. And they mine what's known as planets. So essentially what the whole concept of these are is They came to be, and it's cool because the city of Miami actually signed a deal recently for like $10 million to set a bunch of these up around the town. But the whole concept of kind of like
Miami?
Miami.
Oh, man, their air quality sucks.
Well, that's why they need to know.
Yeah. But it doesn't clean, though.
No,
it just tells
you.
So it's like, well, I could have fucking just told Miami that their air quality sucks. You didn't need to install these things to monitor it.
Correct. But if you're trying to make progress, you need to track where you're at. So, right. But the whole concept is, trying to get to like a smart city. It's been in talks for years, probably for the last decade. They've talked about making smart cities, and that's having almost like every bit of information at your fingertips. And while that may scare some people, like it's absolutely going to happen eventually. I don't know if we'll have the Jetsons in our lifestyle.
We can freaking be in the metaverse talking about smart cities.
Exactly. But what they've done is they've created these monitors essentially. And the best way to get them out to the masses is by rewarding people and by setting up their location. It monitors the air that you're in. You can set them up inside or outside. And it rewards you on a daily basis with the planet token, which it's only like 20-something cents right now. But as we know with crypto, a lot of things that started at a couple cents.
Has it gone down with everything else?
Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin drives everything.
What's the all-time high on it? Do you know?
47, I believe. 47 cents.
A couple of quarters, 50 cents.
Yeah, and these are mine, or not mine. These are new.
These are mine.
These are new. I think Planet's mining has only been around since like September, so it's super early on in the concept.
Well, you know us, always on the cutting edge.
Dude,
right?
I mean, we're such innovators in the tech business,
right? So basically, I'll give you my story. Right, this is a thing that you install and you don't even install. You just plug it in your house. You connect to your Wi-Fi to make you like $6, $8, $10 a day. Every day. So I bought 1,000 of them. And if you're out there and you have Wi-Fi in your house, you too could have one of these. I'll send it to you. You're not going to make any money, but I'll tell you about your air quality. Okay. So I've got 1,000 of these to go out to the first 1,000 viewers that no, I'm just kidding. I bought 10 of them. Right. I'll put one here in the office. I'll put one at the house, put one at all my friends' houses. They won't even know it. I'll just like go in, plug it in, throw it under their bed. But it tracks temperature. It tracks humidity.
Yep.
It tracks CO2, which is cool because we actually have a CO2. We don't have it plugged in anymore. We used to have a CO2 detector plugged into our kitchen because we had a golf cart. If you have a golf cart at home, one of those old box chargers, right? They can actually emit CO2. And so one day, thing was going off. I'm like, what the heck? Why is it going off? It was going off because the golf cart charger and the garage doors closed and it was emitting CO2. So it detects CO2, which is good. Yep. VOCs, which is chemicals. So don't put this in front of an air freshener if you want to measure, the the actual,
which is where ours in the office currently is.
As long as it freaking reaps rewards, that's all that
right.
really matters. And then particulate matter. So if you do care about your air quality, great thing. We're not sponsored by these guys at all. We should. I'm going to send this to them. Maybe they'll send me an extra couple of these things. But if you don't give a shit about your air quality and you just like to make, $6 to $10 a day, I've got these for sale on the low. Or you can just go to their website and buy them at like Awair.com. Just search it.
Yeah, it's like 3-4 months out for orders. If you want one sooner, they resell for like $1,000 on eBay. But that's how we came about them originally. The resale group that I'm in posted these, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, here he goes." He's like, "Oh yeah, this is how we came about them. I found them and then told Ben."
Well, I mean, that's how it happened. So, but I like the concept of the passive income, just plug and play. In mind, and I think they're really cool. So it's a concept that could tank, it could blow up. Who the hell knows? But it's an investment, it's a risk, it's fun, it's interesting, and at the end of the day, it requires zero effort other than setting it up.
And what's really the risk? I mean, let's be real. It's a couple $100. If you're just buying one of these things, it's not really a risk. Like you buy it. It's how much was it? Was it again?
$300.
$300, right? You buy the thing for $300.
So you spent $300,000 on your $1,000.
Yeah. It's all good though. I'll make $500,000 a month off of it easy. So
perfect. No, you'll own all the planets. You'll be the solar system.
I will own the solar system. So if it's $300, right? Let's just go
48 days.
48 days.
At current prices is for your ROI, your return on investment.
Let's see how accurate that is. 48 times 6. 288. Yeah, you're damn close, right? I'm going to go with a more modest estimate of $5 a day that it's mining, right? It's 300 divided by 5. That's 60 days. So worst case scenario, 2 months, you've got your money back on this thing. This is not financial advice, guys. If you want to freaking make some passive income, these things are cool. But what else are we doing for passive income, man? I know there's big news in crypto. We don't even have to go to the passive income stuff. There's just like crypto is tanking right now. We are aware of it. What the hell's causing it?
A lot of things. You got market sentiment, which is down, which is just the general, people's thoughts on the market. The stock market's down. There's been a lot of stuff, unknown stuff with the Fed as far as whether they're going to raise rates, not raise rates. You've got Russia, who was talking about banning cryptocurrency and crypto mining in general. I think they make up like 15% of Bitcoin.
It would be great
mining.
if they did ban mining, because China banned mining, and now I know of somebody trying to bring, how many did I say?
970,000.
970,000 freaking Bitcoin miners into the United States.
Outrageous. That's you could power a fucking city.
That person probably might live in Russia though.
Probably.
Like that sounds like something Russians would do.
Yeah.
Own a million freaking Bitcoin miners.
Well, they got to stay warm somehow, so those things kick off some heat.
So we're getting. Oh, that's actually how that's what they said. They do with them. They take them to like manufacturing plants and stuff, and they set the Bitcoin miners up in manufacturing plants so that
they use the heat to keep
they shut off their
yeah.
heat. Those things put off the heat, so it's saving them money on their electric there. But it's obviously it's a cost no matter what. But we're getting into some fun stuff today, right? Like I said, we got Sandra. Did I mention we're talking about Tom Brady?
You did.
Yeah, we're talking about Tom Brady. We've got a lot of mindset stuff from Sandra, a lot of marketing. She actually did she give away? I forgot if she actually gave away. Oh yeah, she did. She's speaking at a big event, right? Yep. The biggest one she spoke at. And she gave that away here first. She's probably posted by the time you're watching this. She might have already posted and announced it. But,
I would hope so.
Yeah, otherwise they're going to find out here first, right? You heard it here first. But man, we're just having a blast, and I love the ability to talk on the Insurance Sucks podcast about silly things like this. And I think that the insurance community as a whole, like I talk about all the time, right? We're well organized when it comes to getting trainings and things like that. I want to know like what other people are doing for passive income on the side. I want to know like this is cool, man. Just to be able to set this thing up. And I know you've got your helium miners, right? So like you can just set something up and it's making me some money, right? Even though people might argue, oh, it's a token, it's not money, but then you convert it to money. And
yeah, but I mean, the US dollar is also just a number on a computer.
It's true.
For the most part.
It's true. What do you think about the metaverse?
I think it's very interesting.
Do you think you want to be an insurance broker in the metaverse? Or you want to do something different?
I don't know if they sell insurance policies. Maybe that could be our thing. We'll sell insurance policies.
God, you heard it here first, guys.
So when your Meta Kingdom gets deleted and your CryptoPunk gets stolen, we'll have an insurance policy in the metaverse for you.
Holy shit.
Pay out
Eric,
on
cut this part out. Okay, I don't want this out. I don't want
copyrighted. Make sure you get that.
You heard it here first. Like, this is our idea. I think you could be on to something, dude.
We could be.
That would be huge. And the reason why I say that is because I know, so I have a friend of mine who's big into crypto. I mean, he was mining Bitcoin off a laptop when you could do that, 10 years ago. He said he had 15 computers or something above a car wash where he had Wi-Fi, and he was mining Bitcoin on laptops and raking it in, like crushing it, right? He's a multi-millionaire. Some say, I don't know, he may be a billionaire. The most unsuspecting dude ever, though. But he's not at all, he doesn't push back against these things that are kind of inevitably going to happen, right? Like my dad, or like, I'm not picking on my dad, I'm just saying, like, a lot, like dads out there, like older guys or whatever, like, oh, the metaverse, give me Facebook, it's not even real. Get the whatever. But it's like, okay, it's real, and if you're first to that market, then you're gonna reap a great reward. But long story short, I digress. The point is that he talked about starting a real estate brokerage in the metaverse, right? So they are and they're actually building it. Like Dan Fleshman, I think that's how you say his name. Travis Bott, actually, if you've ever checked out Justin's podcast, he had the Bull Evans, Jeremiah the Bull Evans. So they just did a podcast together talking about the metaverse. But they're literally taking steps towards starting a real estate brokerage for the metaverse. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's insane the time we live in. But I mean, we're in a digital age. Everything's only becoming more digital. Crypto is a massive part of that. And while I don't understand the metaverse and I don't understand the appeal to it, I don't deny its existence. And I think you're foolish if you just cut off that. Like, if you don't want to invest or something into that's fine because you don't understand it. But it's a real thing. There's people that are making millions of dollars doing this. There's also people that are losing tens of thousands of dollars as well, too. So you definitely have to do your due diligence. But, I mean, the metaverse is here to – I don't know if it's here to stay, but it's definitely here.
What's your favorite NFT hot take right now?
I am not a big NFT guy. I want to get into it.
No, but I know you're trying. So I am trying. If you were going to buy, if you had funds to buy any okay, we got to take the apes out of it, right? Bored Apes doesn't count, but any NFT that you could buy right now, money didn't matter. Which one would you go for?
See, and even the big ones, I'm not big on the names. What I think is interesting, and the one that I just found recently, just released, it's called the Champions on Solana. It's like 200 Sol or something now is what the floor is. They minted at $1. You had to be on the whitelist to get them. But what people don't understand about NFTs, because they think they're just pixels, they think they're just pictures. It's so much more than that. People are using these as basically your ticket into a club. And these clubs have their networking events, their other investors, their white label option or whitelist options to get into games that are coming out. Because to me, that's the utility of an NFT. This is my pass to get into this group, or there's a game coming out, and this is my ticket to get into the game early. Or in order to play the game, you have to have one of the NFTs, and you can either rent mine or I'll play on mine and earn. So like, I think NFT gaming is absolutely the next big thing. And it's fascinating to me.
Well, and by an NFT, you could be like, it could be like an outfit that your player's wearing, or like a certain gun package or whatever. We talked about that, I think, with Camper a little bit, like the skins and things like that.
I mean, I don't know if I'm the first person to say this. It's a thought that literally just came into my mind because we're going to be talking football later. But what happens in 5 years when the only way to get into the Super Bowl is if you have an NFT? Shit. And guess what? People that sell Super Bowl tickets, like, you have to worry about that ticket getting physically damaged or destroyed.
Right.
I mean, what happens if you hold the first Super Bowl NFT ticket?
I think we're probably 10, less 15, than. I think we're less than that 5 years. I think we're way less than that off of, for some sort of you get to go to the halftime show if you have this NFT, or like there's going to be some big partnership with things like that. I mean,
correct.
Gary Vee talks about it all the time. He's one of the obviously big players in that.
Huge,
It's
yeah.
gonna. I mean, we're talking probably in the next 3 years would be my guess.
Correct.
Right.
And
Like,
it's a digital ticket, and people lose physical items. And to me, like, there's so much utility.
not that if you
behind
buy
them.
a fucking ticket to the Super Bowl, you're only going to get a paper copy, and you're not
You
going to
know
get a
what?
real
Yeah,
ticket.
yeah.
Like,
But,
I think you get a real ticket and a digital copy
Yeah.
too. But I know what you mean. Like, it's on the blockchain, right?
Correct.
You can't go away. It's traceable. It's trackable to you. Like it.
Correct. And it now becomes a better collector's item as well too, because people collect fucking everything. We've learned.
Yeah. Who is your pick for the Super Bowl? Just kidding. Don't say it. You got to stay to the end. I'm kidding, right? We talk about that later. At the end, we're going to talk about our Super Bowl picks, who we think, what do we think about the Tom Brady thing. I, for one, will just tell you I'm a Tom Brady fan. So
Such a fanboy.
You know,
Such a fanboy.
we'll see.
Yeah.
But let's talk to Sandra for a little bit. Let's bring her on
Cool.
and let's make it happen.
Let's go.